What's up, y'all? It's currently day 18, and in today's video, I want to share with y'all an attraction story that I had when I was 18. I remember it like it was almost yesterday because it was actually my weirdest. This is my weirdest ever attraction story. So, when I tell y'all, women actually do become they fall into a trance depending on how attractive you are to them. So in this story, it was me and a friend of mine's. In this story is me and my friend, right? And obviously the woman of the whole video shit, right? So we was grabbing our groceries, not necessarily groceries, but like snacks and like chips and drinks and shit. And when it came to checking out, it was me, my friend, and the woman, the lady that was in front of me, and my friend was behind me. The lady was in front of me, and let's see. At this point, let me back up a little bit. But at this point, right, I was. Let me see. Yeah. At this point, I was just now putting my shit on the conveyor belt. The lady in front of me already had her shit on the conveyor belt, right? So I put the the little divider in between the shits, and I put my stuff in as it was moving, and the cashier was scanning everything, right? So as she was scanning everything, the lady that was in front of me, she saw me out of her peripheral vision, because before me literally getting to the first waiting in line and then getting into the conveyor belt to fucking so she could scan my shit, right? She didn't know anything of me at that point. She didn't even see me at that point. But as soon as she turned to pay the cashier, she saw me in her peripheral vision, and when she saw me, she actually fell into a fucking trance. When I tell you, she was looking at me like this. No blinking though. I blink because I'm not weird and shit. But she was like no blinking at all. And when I tell you that shit, I felt energy that I didn't know that was attraction. I just felt that was some weird shit. I just felt like it was like some fucking, I don't even know, like it was like a very small percentage of attraction I felt. The rest of it was just on some fucking, some other world type shit. I don't know what it was. Some energy, it could have been some energy vampire type shit. I don't know what the fuck. I can't say. I don't know. And at this point, I was 18. I literally knew nothing. I didn't know anything about Nofap. I didn't know anything of semen retention. The only thing I knew at this point was I needed to hold on to my energy, because I knew I was wasting too much energy. I knew I was wasting too much of it. Back into the story. So that wasn't the end of it. So she was staring at me, and when she noticed me noticing her, she didn't break eye contact at all. She literally was like this for like 5 seconds, and then during those 5 seconds, I noticed her, and then it was intense as fuck. I could only hold for like how eye contact at that time for like maybe 2 seconds, and it was intense as fuck. Like she was staring at me like this in my fucking soul and shit, and I couldn't hold that shit. So I looked away. She didn't break eye contact. I looked again, looked away, looked again, looked away. She didn't break eye contact for like 5 seconds. So I was like, cool. My friend was behind me, so I literally turned my back away from this, like to this bitch. I turned my back to this bitch, and I asked my friend behind me, is this lady in front of me staring at me still? Cause like she's been staring at me for a minute. Don't look now. But is she still staring at me? So, as a good friend he was, he literally he did it. He did it correct way. You know how you tell somebody to literally don't look now, but is this such and such still happening? Some people will just instantly look and shit. Don't do that. But he did it the correct way. He did it the smooth way and shit. He fucking, looked around and shit. And then he looked in front of me like it was normal and shit. And he saw the lady still fucking staring at me. So at this point of me looking at her and then talking to my friend, she was still staring at me. That's basically 10 to 12 seconds of her staring at me the whole time. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't stare at this. I didn't look at her the whole time. And then when the lady rang her up and checked her out, she went on. Didn't look back at me at all. I was like, bruh, she got some robotic shit or some AI shit at this point or what? I don't know what the fuck it was. But I was weirded out. Bro. I was 18 years old. At this point, like I said, I did not know anything of the sort as far as Nofap and semen retention. I know now, after years of doing it, but at this point, I knew nothing of it. So that was crazy. That's my first ever weird intense attraction story. So yeah. If you got anything you want to share, put it in the comments. If you like the video, if you like the vibe, subscribe. Talk to y'all later.